What up? It's your boy Bass. Y'all tuned in to another episode of Ian's podcast. Today we're going to get straight into it. We're going to hit the books on this one. We talking about pay-per-click and running Facebook, YouTube ads. Yes, we're going to dive straight into it. Y'all tuned in. Let's get straight to the episode. What up? It's your boy Bass, and y'all tuned in to another episode of Ian's podcast. So I said I'm going to get straight into it, man. We're going to talk about pay-per-click, and we're going to also talk about Facebook ads, man. And shoot, a lot of times when you're running a business or you're a music artist, it's all about getting in front of your desired, target audience. And your target audience is basically like people that either listen or they digest what you produce, basically. No matter if it's the music or the product or the food. So say, for example, if I'm a hip-hop artist, you feel me, I might want to run a Facebook ad of my video snippet under, basically targeting people that like hip-hop, listen to hip-hop music, probably listen to similar type of artists as my sound. So if I have like a Atlanta type sound, I probably target people that like Atlanta type artists and also like hip hop. But we're gonna get straight more into it. Like, what is pay per click? It's a business model when company place their advertise on like websites and like run advertisements, and then they pay for the click that's on the advertisement. A lot of times these are by bids, like not Facebook, but like Google. You bid on the keyword. It might be like $2 per click if they put you on, like, say, like if it's Ends Media, and I'd be like, oh man, I want to pay for the keyword Ends Media, run an advertisement on that. They might charge like a $1 per click. But in a recent little case study I ran on Facebook, I was listening to one podcast where Gary Vee was talking. Shout out to Gary Vee and his podcast. But then he was talking about running Facebook ads as ultimately like the cheapest way, but they also got one of the biggest engaging audience. Now this was facts. This was most definitely facts. This first ad I ran for about $5, and I got like ultimately ended up getting like 12. It was 12 cents per click. Hold on, let me check this. Let me check the facts for y'all. Yeah, it was 12 cents per click. And that was just off of $5. And it could have been cheaper, but then that was just, everything is also, quality of content is key. You feel me? So you're making sure it relates to those keywords and making sure it relates to, that demographic that you're reaching out to. But no, getting 12 cents per click. That's extremely low. Seeing that like the average is around like 36 to 40 cents per click. I was able to achieve 12, but that was just basing it off of just studying, just doing research on who am I trying to target and what were their interests. And just in particular, when it just came down to music, it was a song by Will Capo called Birthday. So basically what I did was I target the ladies because it was more of a, turn up song, but it was talking about, like a female in their birthday suit, I mean, not a female in a birthday suit, but it was just more so like something that I feel like the females would turn up more to, when it's on their birthday. Now I also target people who it was their birthday, and just put in, a song for your birthday, basically, as like the message or whatever. And I got 12 cents per click based off of 5, which made it more easier to reinvest and also, go more in depth, because then I seen that most of the audience was coming from that, I think it was like 17 to 34 age. I mean, not 34, but that 17 to 23, and then that 24 to 35 age range were the two highest. So I just focused all of the advertisement on them two age groups right then and there. And then I started to see, like, all right, I can start going more in depth. I started seeing it was like around like 18 to like 26 or something like that, they was getting like the most engagement. So then you can start narrowing it down to basically just hitting the core, and those people that give you the most engagement, as far as like liking, they might even comment, click, and share. Those are the people that you want to really target the most and just start breaking it down to. Now, with this game, you got to understand it is a pay-to-play type deal. So you basically are making them initial investments so you can get that data, so you can start narrowing down your advertisement. Like I said, the first investment I made was $5, and I started putting more in once I got the data, and I was like, damn, I'm on to something right now. Just based off of, the research that I did beforehand. So I was able to get 12 cents per click. So I was looking at that like, that's a nice little investment. If I spend $10 per week or $20, $50 per week, I know I'm gonna hit my target audience, and the chances are going to be a lot more greater than me just sending it out to the masses of everybody that's in like this certain city. Start breaking it down a little bit more. Start trying to identify who it is that you're trying to attract. So that's kind of, a couple of, my testimony with dealing with it. Now it's like going into like the benefits of it. So I was just already saying I was able to get the music more so out there. But on top of that, I started to also see the awareness start to grow. So you can also look up on Google, they show you your Google analytics and stuff like that, what's being searched, YouTube. So for that song on YouTube, it correlated because the YouTube views also went up. So on Facebook, we didn't run the whole actual video. We just ran like a promo snippet. And then on YouTube, we had the actual video. So I seen on YouTube, the numbers were adding up. Then I go on like the blog, and then the blog got the top 10. Which one got the top 10 views? The numbers were adding up. So I started to see that due to this outreach and just running the advertisement, I was able to create that brand awareness and create that engagement that allow people and kind of influence people. Not even gonna say kind of, it influenced people to go search the artist and watch the actual full video. Now, that was just one goal in the sense of an artist. Now, I did the same thing on the flip side before, as far as like selling product. And I seen the same, but a little different. Because, with selling products, it varies. Now, the first time I did it, I didn't actually make a sale. I did the same thing, threw 5 in there, see what I can get. I didn't actually make a sale, but I got a lot of clicks. Now, that let me know that comes down to me and presentation, because the traffic is getting there, but it's just converting, So in the sense of just generating leads, I was able to do that. But now generating and converting to sale, that comes down to just me and having just just making sure I got everything in place that make somebody want to buy my product. So once I seen that, I started looking at how much was it costing, because I changed the measurements, because at the time the measurements was on the conversion and sale. Then I just clicked and changed it to website views, like leads views, so I could just see who's actually just really interested and who's on the search for that. Because then that lets me know that it really comes down to me creating that, that good sales page, that website page where, it make you actually want to buy something and not like look all fishy and janky. So I have to really be able to zone in and really come up with an effective game plan on how I want to approach the game, like for real. So that helped on that side. So as it started to grow, I started to see I start getting more website clicks. And then when I start maintaining that, I can start running, they call it A/B testing. So I could test one group, they're going to go to a web page that look like this, and another group going to go to a web page that look like this. So I could see all right, well, this model converts more than that model. And with doing that, I seen that, I had a few flaws, had a few flaws going on, but I was able to see that due to the data, and ultimately start helping me convert more sales. But we still in the growing process. We ain't got the, we ain't there yet, but we still in the growing process. But in the midst of doing that, that's helped us get to where we are today, and understanding the whole process of running online advertisements, but also understanding pay-per-click. And in the midst of us doing that, learning the skill in the trade, we was able to, what we doing right now, reciprocate that back to you, and also, basically utilize that as a service too that we give to people. Because every day we learning to this is constant research behind this too, when it come down to the whole pay-per-click. And just running Facebook ads and Google ads and YouTube ads. Everyone has a different agenda as well. So as I was saying, selling products may be different versus you trying to just get engagement or build brand awareness. And that may also mean like Facebook likes, Instagram follows, Instagram picture likes, views, comments. And then, but there's also multiple pivotal pieces that go with that too as well. You can't never ever forget. One of the main things that I always said, the things always came down to was content. Content is a big key when it come down to running any advertisement. The content got to be good. When you think about like the Super Bowl, that's why the Super Bowl commercials always be their best of their best commercials. They wait to put their best commercials on on the best platform, and they pay for it. So just think about it like that. It's the same thing. So think about when you want to run a Facebook ad, or you want to run a Google ad, a YouTube ad. Think about it's like you about to run your ad at the Super Bowl. So get something that's going to, attract, leave your mark, and also display the value. And even if it don't, it's just engaging. And it just create interest. I know Doritos always be having like good ones. It's so many brands that be having like good little commercial ads during the Super Bowl. But and all in all, I ain't trying to talk y'all ear off. I ain't never trying to talk y'all ear off. It's your boy Bass. I'm gonna tune out. Hopefully I drop some jewels on y'all. If y'all need more information as far as the definition of what is pay-per-click, what is various platforms, and which one is best for you, we don't have the exact answer for you because I don't know you like that, but I do got some tools and some information that can help lead the way for you. That link is in the description below. And it's your boy Baz, man. And that's all I got left to say. Show your love, comment, man. We want to hear from y'all, man. Let me know if I missed something. If you got a story, if you got a tip or something that somebody else can use, man. Drop it down, comment, or also leave us a voice message, man. And we'll probably feature you on the next episode. We'll probably just follow up. Probably even call in on you. It's your boy Bass. I'm out.